When you look at who Cinderella could be, when you look at the possible dangerous teams in the tournament, I have two, I think, that could be making some deep runs here and be shredding some brackets. We talked about one earlier in the show because I gave my first major upset of the tournament. I think it's going to be Ohio over Virginia, 13 over a 4 in the first round. I'm going to pick Ohio. I actually picked in my bracket Ohio to go to the Sweet 16. Because, again, part of it is Virginia right now dealing with some COVID issues. They're in quarantine until today. So they're like me and you. They are on the couch for the last week, sitting there, cooped up in a hotel room. They're flying to, or the plan is to fly to Indy tomorrow. They're going to play Saturday night. So I don't know about you, but let's just say if I was taken off the couch after sitting there for a week and then thrown into the biggest game of my life in terms of your college basketball season, yeah, I don't think I'd be playing very well. No practice, no real warm-up. It's just, all right, sit on the couch, kind of hang out, and now, boom, here you are in Indy Saturday night with your season on the line. I wouldn't really play that well, personally. So I do think Virginia's going to struggle in that game. I do think they're going to lose. A very popular upset pick, by the way, which gets me a little nervous. Usually when everyone is on an upset, which is part of the reason why I didn't pick Winthrop, and I'm not going to include them in here. Everyone is on Winthrop to beat Villanova in a 12-5 because Villanova lost their very talented point guard, Colin Gillespie, late in the season. Everyone is on Winthrop. So even though a lot of people are on Ohio, not as much as on Winthrop, I do feel that a tiny bit nervous that maybe this won't go as we think, but Ohio, very popular pick. So I'm going that for them. One, 'cause I think it's a favorable matchup in the first game. They're catching Virginia at a bad time. I'm picking another upset. I think UC Santa Barbara is going to take down Creighton. So you get a little 12-13 in the round of 32, which matches up with Gary for Ohio. So I'll take Ohio to go to the Sweet 16. To me, they are a dangerous double-digit seed. In part, because the matchup, in part two, because this team plays up to their competition. Jason Preston, you'll hear about his story, especially on Saturday and leading up to the game. Incredible. High school basketball player, didn't really play a lot. How he was discovered to even get to Ohio. Now he's exploded on the scene. It's been awesome. He's been a big catalyst for their offense. And not to mention, too, they played Illinois earlier this year. And this is me. I'll admit, I'm just a sucker for latching on to one thing and kind of running with it, maybe extrapolating it out. Earlier this year, they played Illinois literally to the buzzer. Ayo Dosunmu had to hit a shot late that gave Illinois a 77-75 win over Ohio. Well, if they can hang with Illinois, who really all year has been one of the best teams in the country, I'm feeling confident that they can hang with Virginia and so on. So I think Ohio as a 13 seed is live. I think they're going to go to the Sweet 16 and could cause havoc in the bracket. Another one, how about this one? Let's go out of the gate. Let's go out of the box. A school you heard of, but for not the reason you think. 14 seed Colgate, right? You hear Colgate, toothpaste. I'm going to go with Colgate here as a 14 seed because they are one of the most efficient teams in the country. Now, I should know this. I actually think I wrote this down and deleted it. So I got to look it up. I believe they're playing Arkansas. Let me just triple check. But I'm picking Colgate to take down Arkansas. Because they, again, what I just said is efficiency. Yes, it is number 3 seed Arkansas. My apologies. So the 14 seed Colgate, they are 5th in effective field goal percentage on offense. They are 19th in field goal percentage allowed on defense. So they are efficient in making their shots. They are efficient in not allowing other teams to make their shots. In terms of the three-point ball, they are third. They have the third best three-point percentage, 40%. They are number 1 in the country. Not number 1 in the Patriot League, not number 1 in the Northeast. They're number 1 in the country in three-point field goal percentage allowed, just 26.1. They're the 5th lowest turnover rate. To me, again, this is maybe just a sucker for latching on to things. Efficiency, doing the small things right, loom large in the tournament. This is college basketball. This is not the pros where the fundamentals are obvious and just are so easy you don't even really think about them, right? We're not thinking about turnovers in an NBA game as like a thing to look at, unless it's super egregious. But college basketball, those things matter, especially in the big moment. If you are efficient all year and not turning the ball over and making your shots and making your threes, and you're just as good as making shots as you are defending shots, I think it's going to carry over. I think Colgate's going to be a real pain in the ass. For Arkansas, I think they're going to win.